I really want justice to prevail. But again, in as much as justice has to prevail, I would like to know how the police are going to determine who really was involved and who was not. Because just because I was there doesn't mean I participated. Yeah. Again, the police, I have a problem with them. And this is why I really like systems in Zambia to work. I think it's Zambian systems, my guy. Does it really have to take the president to say something for them to act and people to have to feel the impact of this? There's mine. It's a whole town. It's a small town.
Sure.
But the way Chidawan is representing it, it's the way he has branded it. That's how I put that commercial. You understand? It's how he carries himself. It's about branding. It's about people stand for. But I mean, but you can't just name your party each and then you stand for something else. How to Makitu? I'll say Makitu is very smart. Why do I say so? Makitu announced his candidature, him standing whatever. That process did not start the time he announced. Understand, right? That's how come I knew, I think 6 months or a year before, his leadership style is a bit, he is not putting in systems. It is that's failure.
Living my life the way I'm thinking is supposed to believe. Not the way you want me to live. I never let people choose for me what to believe. Happiness is within me. I'm living my life the way I'm thinking is supposed to believe. Not the way you want me to live. I never let people choose for me what to believe. Happiness is within me.
Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Thoughts Podcast. I'm your host Witty and I'm chilling with
your boy CZ.
Yeah, long time no see.
God, we are becoming boring. Actually, it's like 1 year per episode.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which is not supposed to be the case. But anyway, it is what it is. People are busy and pick a look up. I just came to realize in as much as we want to be recording every day, look up. This guy stays all the way. Is it Samba?
Samba.
Central Province. He has to cross to Lusaka Province, then Lusaka, and come to Chamba Valley. That's very far, man. But we communicate every day.
Is this the first time we are meeting in New Year? Happy New Year.
This year, yes. Happy New Year.
I remember
last year, did we meet once or recorded once? Was we met the other year we met on my birthday, and then we had that episode. The other recorded the last episode we had. I don't know if we've met again from that episode.
We recorded which episode are you talking about?
The most recent episode we had, the last episode we had.
That's the last time we met, or?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is it the last time we met, or it's the last time we recorded?
I'm not really sure.
Have we met before again, Pakatap?
But all I don't know is that it's been long, man.
It's been bells. But anyway, we are here. Not to the pan.
Yeah, so much has been going on.
A lot, my guy. But if you finish and wait, let me even recommend you before we go any further. Let me recommend you with the content that you're putting out. I'm seeing a lot of change, a lot of maturity in terms of quality, picture quality, audio quality, and the quality of the content itself, like the things you talk about. So mature. You should notice even the people that comment and people that respond to what you post. That's actually the audience that you speak to.
Yeah, because sometimes I actually get surprised, like, oh, this
and
guy
Wapi, I think Wapi is a big fan. No, I think Wapi is your big fan. Because at first I just thought, okay, it's like a random comment, and then okay, Wapi. He's always liking comments when it's about a comment, and when it's about if he feels like commenting, and that's a good thing. So just keep it up, my guy. Keep it up.
I remember the first time we spoke, he called me. He mentioned that he's been seeing some of my content. That's when I knew that he's been seeing this, but
so can we
just recently started.
Is it safe to call him a fan? No, you can't, because you have to be humble and stuff. But I'm gonna call him a fan because he can't come after me. And also Wapi himself, content voiceover.
Commenting on stuff.
I can't remember that American guy. you know that guy? There's this American guy who does the same content, but him, he does it. He's very hilarious. If you listen to him, and like, I'll share a link of anything that guy has done. Very hilarious. That's where Wapi got that thing from. Yeah. I know for sure. He can comment here. He'll.
Yeah, that's actually making sense.
Yeah, he gets it from somewhere, and that guy, it's very unique. It's something, and that guy mostly speaks about. He recently made a video when he was talking about the Oscars. Yeah, where he was doing the same whatever. But anyway, yeah, that's not what we're here for.
Yeah, so
but Wapi, yeah,
I saw where he was chaffing the wife.
This way he was chaffing, not the wife, when he was chaffing the ex.
That way is that way he was chaffing the wife. Yeah,
I
so
didn't see that one.
I'm
not up to date.
Yeah.
But I've seen the way where he was talking about Chile one, when Chile, the guy, Chile one, why are you insulting? That's me. But anyway, yeah, shout out.
So Wapi. A lot has been going on, Aishoga. The country was devastated with what was going on. Is it Karumbila, where there was more justice? Yeah,
about the late Helen. Yeah, so rest in peace.
Yeah.
I really, you know, that's why they say but like apart the crowding it's like you should say nango abantu ngana bakoronga ngati omongala ndefya opoba nishibonze I don't think those people in their rightful mind wambika paswa to momuntu. They can't even hit him, not even like with a stone or whatever. Yeah. But it's because it's a group and they're all doing it, so they think they're doing the right thing. Yeah. And they think they're safe. Until now, you go back home and say, what did I just do? Did I just kill someone?
Yeah.
And then it goes on Facebook, and now it blows up, and now they start running away. I saw like a video, I saw like a photo when people like, wow, they are being a photo. Like, that's now people coming back to their realization and saying, what we did was bad. But that does not really speak to who we are as Zambians. That's one thing. It speaks to how people think when they're in a group.
Yeah.
Understand? But all in all, what they did, we have to condemn it, and justice must prevail. Because she did not deserve that. That is a gruesome way of dying. Especially that we are human beings. You can't just kill a person like that. And I really want justice to prevail. But again, in as much as justice has to prevail, I would like to know how the police are going to determine who really was involved and who was not. Because just because I was there doesn't mean I participated.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know how the law says about, I don't know what the law says about people who are in the presence of violence. Maybe they might give them some, maybe they might, what's the word? They might also be in trouble, maybe for not stopping that act. But again, how can you stop it? You seem like you're with them, with her, and then maybe you might also be
Isn't there a clip where a guy was trying to
stop them? Yeah. And one thing about me, I'm proud of myself. I've not watched that video.
I can't watch that video.
I can't. I've not. People have been trying to describe to me. No, they were like, I have not watched.
But I saw a photo. It was actually a photo where there was a guy
trying to stop them.
Yeah, but he couldn't because
you can't.
You can't.
And that's one thing. I'm trying by all means to stay in my right side. So
every time
I don't want to mess up my algorithm. Because once I watch that, algorithm will start picking things that happen in Nigeria or whatever, the same thing. So I wouldn't watch that. And then what I really want to do, like I was saying, I want to see the criteria
which they use to
which they are going to use. Because I know at this point, let's say for example in this era, right, if there's such thing happens and it's a case of national interest, the police are called to investigate the case. What do? Everyone is a suspect. You have to arrest everyone. Now you have to prove yourself that you're not part of the team or part of the people. Then you'll be released. So they'll be released. A few people will be released after they prove beyond reasonable doubt that they are not part of it. And then the people are going to remain there. Also, the police have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that they were part of the act. Most of them, we could see them on photos and on the photo and in the video. And then just because you're in the video, you have to see you actually commit, hitting the person and
like that lady who trended with
the stick with the black and white thingy.
Yeah, like she hitting at the stick. I don't know if in the video she was like, because I heard someone saying she was poking the body.
I don't know. That's what I don't know. But I know she trended a lot, really, and I feel like she should have done something. I don't think she can just trend for no reason.
Yeah.
At first, I thought maybe it's because she was in front with a stick.
And then you could see the expression on her face. She was
really upset.
No, she was smiling, laughing.
Oh, like
that's why it rubbed people the wrong way. Like, dude,
what, you're even smiling.
Like you're standing in front of a corpse. Yeah, and you are smiling and you are holding a stick. That's what frustrated people. Like really.
So, justice should prevail, and again, the police are a problem with them, and this is why I really like systems in Zambia to work. I think it's Zambian systems, my guy. Does it really have to take the president to say something for them to act and people to have to feel the impact of this?
Yeah.
It took the whole president say justice should prevail and everybody who was involved, whatever, have to face the full wrath of the law. And that's when the police acted, because it came from the head of state.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have to be like that. People have to know, if I commit murder, if I do this, I have to face the law. You don't have to wait for the whole president to have something to say about it. This is not the first case we've heard of mob justice.
Because I was really surprised. Like, there was like a process before she lost her life. Because they had to take her to is it the chief? When I read the story,
I didn't even read about it.
Yeah, there was that. I don't know. Could you?
Before she was even taken to the hospital.
Yeah.
First, wait, did she die on the scene or she died later in the hospital?
I think I'm not really sure about that, but there was that. Taken to the Shani, the police, Shani, hospital. So all that when she was being taken to the chief, what about him by chief? Like where were the police?
Because the police are the ones that are supposed to handle the body at that point. The body is in the hands of the police. The police are the ones that are supposed to hand over the body even to the hospital. Right? That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Even BID, before the doctor does anything, the police have to sign. That's why at UTH, right? Right at UTH, there's a police post there where you take, if you bring a body, a corpse, whatever, it's something, the police have to give you a payment or whatever before the doctor even sees that person. That's so the dead body is supposed to be under the custody of the police or the hands of the police before they do anything. But that was a very sad thing, and justice has to prevail. I really want to see how the police are going to do it. I'm just happy to in Zambia, when such a case happens, it just dies a natural death without the public knowing.
Without knowing. Yeah, because right now, so far, what has been reported is that 200, I don't know if it's 79 or 59 have been arrested. That's a report so far.
Arrested. So
from there, I don't think we'll hear anything.
And that's where the problem is.
And that's how
the
people
arrest,
forget about.
And the same arrests, arresting. They have been put in the cells, right? Waiting for court and everything. Yes. So now we've heard this. We'll never hear about the court proceedings. We'll never hear about who's out. We'll never hear, because they have to tell us, okay, from the 270 or 200 whatever, 200 maybe 100 are out. Because like I don't think 200 people. Okay, I've not seen the video.
Yeah, this is what
I don't really think 200 people. Really
this is what we were talking about, the criteria. Like, how were they even picking up these people?
But the thing is that picking up people is one thing, and arresting is another. So picking up people, you have to pick up everyone who was present, okay? Because some are going to be witnesses. So when you pick up everyone who was in the presence or who was absent, who was present, and everyone who was in the vicinity, when you pick up everyone, then now you start what do you call segmenting now, saying okay, so number party I was saying there about 270 and 280 and 2 whatever. About minimum now we start using now videos and photos. Okay, iwe imobonse isenyu we are sure to marry umako ikaleni hapa. Okay, we are sure na twalimi mona hapa first. So those whom we see who are present, we put them this side. And then from those that we put aside, we now pick those whom we saw beating or holding sticks. That's a different set of people as well. And then now these people were here who did not appear in a video or whatever. There's some people might have hit, but they were not in the video.
Yeah, true.
There's some people who might, maybe even the person who even caused death might be in the video, might not be in the video, but he's the one who caused this. Maybe there's that also.
And then yeah, that guy straight. No need for
which guy?
No need for court proceedings or
Which
whatever.
one?
We don't want to hear all that.
So,
the mastermind, the person who
they've
stolen my
that
chain
nigga is going. That nigga is supposed to go in straight.
If possible.
Anyway, all from that should him. But
yeah,
again,
so I wanted to say, like you say.
Before I lose my thought, okay, yeah, say.
Yeah, okay, say.
I know I was going to lose this about the burial process.
Mm.
They buried late at night. People were wondering why they buried. Okay, even the burial itself was with a lot of
yeah, I hear the
controversy and stuff.
Yeah.
But we don't want to dwell on that because that's a family matter, and we wouldn't like to talk about family issues because we really don't have the facts on the ground.
Yeah.
But when I saw the comments, I would see people saying, "Hey, we saw these people being this person being beaten. We didn't even need post-mortem. Why you just wasted time on post-mortem?" And I'm like, guy. I know sometimes, but if you don't know about something, I always at these days I think I have a time to control people on social media because I think if I can even teach 3 or 4 people, bro, if you don't know about something, just keep quiet.
I think I've seen you in the comments and
like controlling people. Guy, what do you mean?
I've seen you reply to one of them and then I was like, I think I've even reply to one of your comments. Reply, you have time, my guy.
Understand? I don't have time to control people. I need to put some people in there. I need to bump in some sense.
Yeah, because heard people talking about the postmortem.
Yeah, the postmortem. Like, why do you have to go for postmortem when we know the cause of death?
Yeah.
Remember, there's a whole investigation going on. Okay, and everyone who was arrested is not going to be given the same sentence.
Yeah.
I might have hit you with a stick, but the stick is not the cause of death.
Yeah.
There might be someone maybe who used the stone and hit on your head. So now they have to see the cause of death. People are hit. Some people are just maybe hitting the legs. Some people are just hitting the hands. Do you really think you are going to die if someone hits you?
So your point is?
My point is they are going to assess what caused the death. Like what actually caused the death. We know it's mob justice, but in the process of beating, is it as a result of brain damage? Is it as a result of maybe whatever? Like we need to know. You understand? I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I get it.
Yeah, because it's one thing to beat someone, but it's one thing to cause the death. Everyone is in problems, but the problems and the cases are going to vary according. So maybe let's say, for example, they find, okay, she died as a result of maybe the heart stopped pumping. Maybe someone pressed the heart with something. Maybe so that's the cause of death. So now let's see people who really hit. If the cause of death is maybe brain damage, or maybe
in the video they even see someone.
Maybe they even see someone who so okay, brain.
They don't know how to approach.
So they know even if you judging so that's how it's supposed to be. Maybe it's as a result of what stab somewhere, and then that stabbing is the one that caused the death. They'll judge them according to what they did. That's how it's supposed to be. So number ignorance Facebook. No, let's stop that, guys.
Yeah, you spoke about you spoke about how you feel like this will it will go quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll stop reporting, and I feel like they should use this to
totally break down this.
Even show it should be an example. I don't know. Because this is not the first time it's happening. I don't know if it was in Curfew where we never he was driving a canter.
Do I remember that story?
He was driving a canter. The story was that he was booked by the guys who were going to steal cows.
Man, that's not Curfew.
That's what?
That's like Belvin. You know Belvin.
You see that story? That was mob justice that happened, right?
That's mob justice. Yes.
So you see,
that's why it threw me off. Not Kafu.
So you see that it's been going on.
And rest in peace to Belvin. Belvin was our friend. You know Belvin, right? Have you ever met Belvin?
I could hear the name, especially when we were chilling with Webi or each other.
Yeah,
but I never met him.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Yeah. You see, Karefyambe,
and he just died, and we don't even know who was, if anyone was arrested, anyone is in the cells right now.
So if it goes down quite just like that, without more reports, or how they are dealing with it, it will continue.
People will think, first can listen,
because people will easily forget, actually.
And then what I'm saying is that's true. Whether the guys who were involved in that mob justice, whether the guys were arrested or not, as long as the public don't know, they won't fear anything.
Yeah.
They won't be scared. We need to know, okay, these guys are in for 25 years, for 50 years, for 8 years. Like the way they reported Pamela.
Yeah.
Because we know that those guys were arrested. But we know that those were 8 something years.
Yeah.
So yes, that was reported. That was good, because that was the issue of national concern. Everyone was concerned about that issue.
Yeah.
And it happened so fast. Yes, they arrested him. I think within a year, everything was done. That's how it's supposed to be now for everyone else. Today, so okay, I think about if man there's someone, and people won't be scared to do some stuff like that.
Yeah, and on the internet, people are quick to move on, especially with how trends come up.
They are
the first people to start a movement saying
and easily move.
At justice for
whatever,
justice for LA. They even make artworks, change profile pictures, but the next day you're discussing the Chile one.
And speaking of Chile one, it's trending again.
It's trending again. It's back.
Chile. Man, I'm from Chile Bombe, and I'm going to be honest.
But Chile Bombe,
I'd put up, there's a write-up that I'd put up about Chidabombe history, like the history of music in Chidabombe. I don't know if you saw that write-up.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, it was quite a long write-up, and I wish I could pick that. And that was the whole essence of putting that up. If AI and Wikipedia can pick that and throw it wherever, so that people can... some information there might not be very accurate, but as I put it, right up, I said according to my view, like from the angle I was looking at things, because I can't see what's happening on the other side, but what I'm seeing here is what I'm writing, right? That guy, I don't want to use this word. I wanted to say he's the one who's representing Chilabombo. Okay, really, it's facts anyway. He's the one representing.
Yeah, it's facts.
But I really don't think he is representing us so well.
Yeah.
Because listen, it's about how you brand yourself.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Your maps are Pachibombo. In Pachibombo, Pachibombo. Your maps are Pachibombo. Your maps is not from Cabo. Kukabo ya ile bro ya coffee. He's from Chibombo. Even his story ngwa from Pachibombo. Chibombo na Chidabombo. Chidabombo is more of a town than Chibombo.
True.
Pampanga, but Chibombo is Pampanga. There's nothing.
No face.
Yeah.
But Chibombo, relax.
Chidabombo, there's mine. It's a whole town. It's a small town.
True.
But the way Chidawan is representing it, it's the way he has branded it. That's how I put that commotion.
Yeah.
You understand? It's how he carries himself. It's about branding. It's about when I make when I get a bottle of that water. What's this water called? What's that water? Wait, I'm not Vox. Yeah, Vox. Nakavika bottle ka Vox apate. And then asabula ka bottle ka kamuneka idati okay shinya shalo operation. Ka bottle ka kamuneka ka bruish ka stretching ka straight ka diangana sana. Plus yaman aqua something. I want to mention, but it's aqua something. Ngatu bika to be the paso. Ngatu bika paso, and then say what? Which one looks premium between the two? Like without a second thought, you pick Vox because of how it's branded, how it looks, even the appearance.
So branding very important.
So branding yakwe, and it's here. I don't know. He has branded himself to look so primitive, so because even when he dresses, I'm Monica Bueno, tough Monica Bueno. You can tell that. Okay. Teroshi alisu maisha ati washa lensa pat. But tafumikere mwe. Kachanga the way he puts up his pieces and then look at the person they compare him with every day. It's Yomaps. Look at how Yomaps brands himself. I'm not a very big fan of Yomaps. You know that.
Right.
Yomaps is not my favorite person like that.
That was accuse it when it comes
but like
to
Kafwala, he knows when he's meeting.
He's stylist.
He knows when he's meeting the president what to wear, when he's going for weddings, and he's got this thing where if he's going for a wedding, we know what he's going to wear, but we know the type of clothes he's going to wear. Akali jacket, akali toroshi, maybe mukati, kali vest punda. Ema wedding, eswagi ya wedding. When he's ngale performa kucharo chimbi, alafu kwa chisapatu ichukuru, like we know that's his style. We can tell, okay. He's not very predictable. You can predict, but not predict again. I don't know how I can put it. He's stylist on point. And why do you think Yomaps is doing better than Chile one? They can have the same numbers, but if you put them together here, you say, okay, this one is more organized. Why? Because this guy has got the whole team behind him. He's got stylists. He's got Kandeke pushing the business side of things. Okay, himself, Yomaps, his job is just to go in the studio, sing and perform on the stage, come back home. Okay, and I'm not saying Yomaps is perfect. Also he's got his own flaws where I think these days he has reduced, but also when he's going through stuff, he goes on Facebook, start ranting and stuff, which is not supposed to be good. I don't like this cat. But it's just looking at me. So the way where was I? I was losing a train of thought. Yeah, he's got his team, he's doing his things, and then he's got his flows. And Chile one, in a number, but I wake up on my bookings party. When you call that number, do you know picks up? It's Chile one himself.
Don't tell me.
You want to try it?
Don't tell me.
It's Chile one himself. He picks for his own venues. For if you want to book him for a show, you talk to him directly. He's got people. Sorry, Don.
What's another guy? What's his name guy? He has the
44 music.
44G. I thought that was the whole team.
Listen, he does have a team, which quote unquote a team. It is a team. But what does it? The team has to have roles. Okay, you're dealing and if you have to do this, you have to do this. Okay, but what do you see on the ground? What is the stylist doing? There's a team, but are you really seeing a team working behind? You can tell what, okay, Nganarosha Jekash, I can tell there's something happening in the background. There's someone doing something. If I look at
Jekash, I don't even look at Jekash as someone who has like a
team,
a big team.
Yeah. But you can tell that there's something happening in the background.
Himself very
when I look at Bobby East, I can tell there's something happening in the background. It's not really him. Like I can tell he's a face. Listen, even having a team, you can have the ideas and make sure that even as a team is doing whatever they're doing, but you can also put in your identity. Tell them, guys, to Yeluba, let's go like this. You're telling your team, okay, and vice versa. Team so let me tell you, Don Dollar Monand. Okay, tell them Nandi to Arishwana. We were at the same school. There's a guy called Don Dollar. I don't know if he's a manager. I don't know what he does. But he's part of the team. So she never did some guys or stuff. But what I'm trying to say is that you guys need to improve on how you're managing this guy. This guy is representing us in a way in a sopano as I stand here from Chidabombo. That guy is representing me. So if I'm to go out there and say I'm from Chidabombo, I'm not going to be proud to say that because Chidabombo, even as we walk in offices trying to push whatever maybe we're pushing as Chidabombo. Okay, Shanshanuko from Chidabombo, I'm going to Chidabombo again. That's how it is. The problem is not even blowing up. Me, I would rather we don't blow up as a town and we just lay back than we blow up with the wrong person. The wrong person blows up. Because I don't know if into contact, you understand? It's like the way maybe we even get to that. The way having a lot of political guys, these youths trying to stand as MPs and stuff. I would rather, and I don't know, this might be controversial, I would rather we do not have any youth in the parliament than we send wrong youths there. Because guess what? If we send one wrong youth in the parliament, furunganya mbok trending awa no ama youths once bakala mean about guys, just see money for studio, and then you want to give these guys a chance. You see, so I'd rather we don't have any youth in the parliament. It's what I'm saying. I'd rather we don't have anyone representing us per global stage or per national stage than we have the wrong person representing us as Chile. And I'm going to tell you this, Chile one, I thought he was going to be the right person, but he's not. And another
about Chile one, and another thing that I've seen from Chile one is doing things that I hated your maps for, that your maps has stopped. Right now is
going online and
responding to comments. I used to hate your maps for that. Like bro.
And the guy stopped.
Like, hey,
and you've seen all these days. This year, have you seen any trend by Kiddist? I don't know who's advising
and I love how Kiddist has gone low-key. Like, there's no reason for her to be online the whole day. Or like, we know you exist, you're your map's wife now.
And a long time ago, it used to sound like we hate them.
Yeah.
But see, now we're praising you because they're doing the right things.
Yeah.
Kiddist is nowhere in the white husband's business. Or this one, whatever. No, you can't talk about, hey, because it's my husband. Yes, we know. But remember, the business is not your husband. And the brand is not your husband.
And I'm sure right now they're peace.
They're happy. Peace. There's no
bad
unnecessary trends and unnecessary churning.
Because you're not creating that room for yourself. So
it's you to create. So right now, Chile one is going to be more frustrated.
Yeah.
And that's not him.
And I saw that 5's comment. Like,
so now, guess what's going to happen the next 2 days?
Why are you reading the comments?
I think I also commented. I said, nigga, continue being an artist and let your team handle that.
Yes.
So guess what's going to happen in the next 2 days? He's going to put up a statement.
No,
either a statement or he's going to go live and start apologizing because he's got there are brands that are following that are backing him.
And brands don't like that.
2 days. Or maybe the part of a statement. Oh, sorry, Shanshanoko from 44G Music. and people are going to be it's not to even start what you're doing in the first place.
I don't like when the so-called celebs or influencers start responding to every comment. Like, what are you doing? You are bringing yourself down.
One thing they don't understand.
You're stooping so low to a crazy comment, sure.
Someone who follows my body. You people hate me. We do not hate you. Sometimes the same person who are commenting that the people that even jam your music every day and dance to your music. So they don't hate you. They want you to respond.
They are betting you. Like you're falling for it.
I really don't know what we are going to do for us as Zambians to stop doing that, especially among celebrities.
They will never stop.
And speaking of, I spoke about Nankan. Youths, I would like also to talk about that in Parliament.
Yeah.
It's actually part of the talking point, but since we've already spoken about it, we can pick it up. Youths, Awaiche.
I hate that. I need paternity, the teacher Awaiche. But no, you couldn't think of any other name, sure.
The problem with politicians, intelligence, some are even smart. There's some politicians who are smart, and Macky too is one of the smartest politicians so far that I've seen. Like as well. And I'll come back to that. Let's pin that. There's some politicians who are smart, but they don't have creativity. They are not wise. Let me say wisdom, creativity. So remember, Winter Kavimba. But apangile portrait Rainbow Party.
Yeah,
him he thought that was the best party, creativity, a Rainbow Party. It means I'm a colors, Yonce, whatever. He registers the party and everything. And then you realize this, wait a minute, Rainbow, at that party, were LGBTQ, they're gravitating towards him. He didn't really understand. He
didn't know.
He didn't know what it meant.
He didn't know that
he had no idea. He had no idea. Then later on, he was like, it's a box cave. Oh, Bambo Kulam Blast. No, okay. Then that's that party. So I think he changed it to something else. That's about. When he came in the muntu akwatama, he worked muri basata. He was very strong. I think if I didn't know political career, is he even alive?
I have no idea.
Sorry, I don't know if he's still alive, but he has I hope he's still alive because the political career we had one of the punch. And then you spoke about teacher right. We know you're trying to bring Awaichi kuti ukwati support Awaichi because politicians now they noticed from my election in Akwa Church that Awaichi they really came through for him and voted for him.
Yeah.
So now every politician out there is trying to get Awaichi excited.
Yeah, they want to
so now,
the
so what do you do? Drapang about the teacher Awaichi. But Awaichi for example.
That name is no.
Like bro, you can still. It's not even about the name of the party. You can name it anything, but people are going to see your policies and what you stand for. But these people stand for. But they mean this. But you can't just name your party Ichawaiche and then you stand for something else. Must understand? Because if that party is Ichawaiche for real, they're supposed to pick a youth to be even the president. They're supposed to pick youths. Not really youths, but at least
who's the president?
But now, I join Amulwa. Bamundubire. So number, but Abaiche Bala Mukonga. Bamundubire, okay, Bamundubire, sorry. Cyber. Bamundubire Bakumi, sure, the friends say Bamundubire Bakum. And then, in party Abaiche, but Ure Minna Mukuru. It's contradicting. But if we talk about these things, it's a contradict.
Each other can be ready by
being led by Abakuru. So it's just the same thing. Anyway, we got back to Macky 2. I'll say Macky 2 is very smart. Why do I say so? Macky 2 announced his candidature, him standing whatever. That process did not start the time he announced. Understand, right? That's how come I knew, I think 6 months or a year before he even stood. Remember when I came on this very podcast? Yeah,
you said I'm seeing Macky 2.
I know Macky 2 is going to start. I didn't want to preempt a lot because there's something that I knew already. And I knew the party which he was going to stand in. But I think later on he realized him. And he's very smart because he didn't just announce the party. He was supposed to stand in socialist. Remember when I was describing that's where I was supposed to stand. He was supposed to stand with socialist. But everyone was saying, yes, that's a good idea, but Reform Party came in now. Remember? People wanted to see, is he going to stand in our HH? Or like I said, because the name of our HH to be what's the point? So for join our each party. And then he really thought he didn't announce any party. He just said, I'm going to stand. No party was announced. Later on, if he went ahead and joined Bamembe, people would have been Mamona. So in Mama Madaba against Shanshani. But remember, Madaba 2.8. Yes, Kapopirai Kaponako, but Kobachi Diva 2.8. Now Chingolo Koba, he was going to lose part of that. You understand, right? 2. Then he just says, let's enjoy it now. Now I mean as independent. You see? Happy so, and then he just stands as independent. What my member is going to think, I don't care. I'm not funding my party. We don't know who's funding them, but he was funding him, but they're doing a good job, man. They were donating tomato recently, but they paid capital boosts. But when he was arrested, he was addressing the ex-miners, those who retired about 4 years ago. In 2021, or was it 2020? They retired but have not been paid until now. He was addressing them. I think he gave them to Mashinga. He's really dishing out. I know it's not coming from his pocket. There are people that are backing him. But one thing I like about whatever the team that is backing him and himself, he really has a very smart team behind. So, one of the things that he has done is about the party, him being smart. 2, just the correct timing of announcement. Like, it was really well played. Because one thing Matu did was he moved to Chingola. People didn't know. The time we were talking about the party Chingola. He moved to Chingola. No, that was Nishtara the time we had that episode. Nishtara but it was about that after a few months, then he moved. I remember I wanted to tag you saying now my just Kappa. It is speaking to what is about to stand as MP. So he moved to Chingola, started staying with the people, started reading the environment, knowing what's going on, what do these people want, what's happening, background. Then after he knows what's happening, gathered enough information, then he announced. He actually moved. He has a house in Lusaka, but he stays in Chingola now. Family is in Chingola. But in Lusaka there's a house as well. But most of the time, these days he spends most of his time in Chingola. So he's read the environment. He announced at the right time. That was last year, right? Yeah, last year, but early last year, he announced. Remember when Macky announced, he's not the only one who announced. After he announced, a few other people started. Hey, even me, I'm standing. Remember?
I remember, because even those.
Because I thought everyone wants to stand. Everyone wants to stand.
Yeah, even people were just saying for the sake of just saying, because we've not seen them after they announced.
Those who announced, they really wanted to stand, but they thought it was easy because it's Macky too. But where are they now? They are nowhere to be seen because they thought it was a joke, but he really wanted to stand and save his people. Announced at the right time. Okay? He starts campaigning, slowly. I don't talk about my books, popularity. And that's one thing, these governments make mistakes every time. They don't learn from the previous governments. I never knew that Macky is donating any books in Changa.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I'm in Lusaka right
because
now. Did you have any idea?
No, I didn't.
Until
it was in a paper. I don't know if it was in the paper and the blogs were.
Yeah. Okay, Macky was donating. They confiscated the books. Right?
They gave him a platform there.
Now everybody knows. Oh, how you
they were siding with him like he's doing a good deed here. And then they brought up another politician who did the same, but
him was not what curfew. What about you? But you understand, right? Yeah. So that was about that. That's him being smart. Another thing I'm going to tell you, Macky is a musician. He's still a musician. What does it do? If I tell you that Slap this song is a political song, you don't get it.
Which one?
Just Slap this.
Oh, because there is that
now you're
fan base.
Now you're opening up, right? And
now that's
so now.
Okay.
That guy is
because
really smart.
Remember,
so listen.
They spoke about dividing the country.
Listen.
What they had between the two.
It's been maybe 15 years or is it 12 years since that beef died. But there are still people who just say, oh, you get him back in. And those people
remember on an interview, I don't know between the two who spoke about this, that this beef went as far as reaching the corporate
yes.
place.
Yeah. They can't even hire him because Changa.
It reached that.
So now there are people within Changa who hate Macky because he was in beef with like within Changa. When I'm Changa, how she feeling? And some people don't even understand why they don't.
You know, if Macky really put up that song for that reason, then it's definitely smart.
But I know it's true. I know it's smart. But listen,
if you really,
I really know
that song for this people,
my guy, Macky is a hip hop. He wouldn't just put up that song for no reason. So listen, there are people who hated Macky for that reason. Yeah, beef, but they don't understand because it's 10 years. I'm guys feeling tampang. And then number asaf nyachile churimbo because you are a Slap D fan. Suddenly now I'm I start projects and say guys you nampea na vote. So it might not be everyone, but even the about 100 about 200, those are votes for him, my God. That's it.
Makes a difference.
My point. So that's how much thought these guys have put into this. And I know it's not only him working, but he's got the whole team behind who are like, guys, so tolokota abantu abaso mara bafeti ya slap team to alamaneke chipuba whether he replies or not, but if you say this not that's what we want Mavo vote, and that's about him. That's how smart that guy is, and that's how he's playing smart politics. Recently, Bama Ikata, what does it do? He doesn't go and start saying no, we're ruling party Shanshanuko. No, just says Ikata over this. But anyway, Shanshanuko, he explains why he was what he was trying to do and why he was arrested. And that I said, now I'm out. Nafuma. The following day, to Monarch Chapa is Kurusak. The same day, the other day. I recommend that Chikowa is chingola foot. Like there's a movement, you understand?
And then I saw something kind of very beautiful. Now the comment is what captured me. He was like he was commenting on the arrest. He was like, us musicians are not happy with the arrest. And then now the comments were like, beautiful. You as the president, stop involving yourself into politics. Stop associating some things in a politics. Like stop associating your position
now politics.
I was like, I think there is a point here.
There's a point. And talking point, I like how this conversation is flowing. One talking point, there was Biflo. Biflo is. I like the fact that he is putting Zam Chalo.
He's really pushing.
He's pushing that agenda of putting Zam Chalo. Like Zam Yabarizale. Nobody knew about Zam.
Yeah.
Like when I say nobody knew about Zam, I mean it. Listen to the interviews before Biflo. Everyone was asked about Zam, the responses they were giving. Zam, I think but him, one thing I like about him is that he's that guy with a sober mind who can deal with whether more about those bougie kids, Mordecai, Franco, whatever. He can deal with them, he can bring them. You want to deal with why is it Bumpondo, Aremuleta. You want to deal with guys who are like on the low, like Avina Shefu, Avina J Cash, he'll bring them. You want to deal with people who feel like they're not part of this industry. Xerox. You know, Xerox is like the industry is here, but like Xerox is somewhere here. He will still bring them. Having a team, he brings everybody together to join this umbrella called ZAM. That's one thing I like about him. He has brought this affiliate PAMO. But one thing I don't like about him, remember what I said? I said he has brought ZAM Cha. I didn't say he's a good leader. The reason why I'm saying he's not a good leader is because his leadership style is a bit. He is not putting in systems. That's failure. That's what I'm saying. This is people might not. This might be controversial. Listen,
if I understand what you're saying, because if B-Flow was to step down right now, we won't see any change. We won't see any change. Like we won't have something to point and say B-Flow did this.
Yeah, we're only going to point that out. Why Bola?
Remember Drifter?
So now Drifter's lied and he didn't lie. So listen, we don't want to when you guys stop my because they're going to have B-Flow to Bola. But remember, this is not.
He's putting energy in the wrong things.
Yeah. So listen, what I'm trying to say is, if I come for which I know for, what we need to do, Mdala, I know you're trying to put up systems of okay, I know like leaders also you can't work on everything, but the bare minimum is to put up systems that are going to work on their own. I, as the president, I'm not supposed to know in a stage, no MC. Kuma po bearers okondi. Kuma kamera okondi. Kufilimba okodi. Kubale kopa okodi. Kubale panga content okodi. Ngabali kubola. Kubale trainisha. Nwebole trainisha. Kuriba rifari okodi. Mu game omodi. Kai, it can't be like that.
It's the same as that guy who is a friend with everyone. It's the same thing.
Yeah, you
can't
can.
be friends with
Listen,
Biflo.
being a president, and I'm not a hater. I really love Biflo. I watch your content. Everything that you put out, I watch. I love you for that. But the leadership skills, she I don't know. It's. I'm not hating on what you do. I'm just trying to make you. I'm trying to. I want you to detach yourself from what's happening. As a good leader, let me make this illustration. As a good leader, you lead from the front, like the way you're doing it. At first, I thought maybe that first year is what he's trying to do, like leading from the front. You lead from the front, and then parallel leading from the front, people know what's happening. They catch up with the system. They start understanding the system and what you're putting in place. Then you start leading within the crowd. So you leave the crowd behind, okay? Then you lead from the front. And then ngabai kataban system, you start leading mukati mu crowd. And the one who put up this illustration was it's not me, it's Nelson Mandela. So we start leading within the crowd, like Muriwonsena crowd, we're leading in a pamo. You get? And then you're slowly removing yourself from the crowd.
So that the crowd remains.
The crowd goes contention, they start leading from the back. You understand? You're not there, but you're leading from the back. What that does is that even if you were out,
it will still.
Systems will just wait. You know?
Just like we said, Professor.
And you know what he has done? The fact that he wants to be at every funeral, it's going to put him in problems. There's a funeral which he's not going to attend to. People will say,
already, he shared the post where someone was like, I'll go live and talk about artists who've never attended any funeral. And then he shares that. He shares that post.
And then you can't have all the artists who care Chidilo guys.
Let's not have this
mindset. I'm not even entitlement. Industry. It's music no. I sorry. I know this is a very sensitive topic. It's a very sensitive topic, but I hope people can just understand what's happening. It's inevitable. People will die. All right. It's inevitable. As much as we are having more artists, some will step down, some will lose some will come in. But what I'm trying to say is that as a leader, Mdala, put up systems. When I say put up systems, what's the best example is when you put up systems, okay, ngakuli chiriro, maybe makota funeral committee, okay? There's a funeral committee within the ZAM. A committee didn't have any funeral. When somebody dies, they do the customer contributions, they come up together. Wow, there's a system of insurance, or is it assurance? Like but for artists. While they're paying.
So as long as ZAM has participated in that, even when Biflo is not that side, the impact of ZAM, they feel it.
If you're affiliated to ZAM.
If you're definitely.
So now I want to I feel like I can contribute because it's in Zambia, man. As Zambians, we feel like we can support startups, but some support financially. You might not be there, might not be there physically, but your financial support can help. Maybe you're busy, what might figure something. The funeral committee, which consists of a secretary, a chairperson, a treasurer, and staff. That committee and committee members, maybe constitutes about 10 people or staff. They just deal with funerals. So Omuntu Ngafwa, that's a committee that chips in. So that committee will pick the venue of where the artist funeral, whatever. It's Kapa Playhouse. They'll pick the venue depending on the magnitude of the artist. Like everybody have done crazy. You have a cool showgrounds because crowd were anticipating a bigger crowd. So those guys will handle the venues, will handle the whatever. They will organize the whole thing, how the whole thing is going to be done. They'll raise the funds, they'll do this, they'll do that. While the president is sitting in the back and proud and saying, that's my team doing that. As a president, the only thing you can do, maybe just putting up a statement to confirm, okay, we can confirm it is with heart, whatever. It is with sorrow that we announce the passing of blah, 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 blah. Okay? Maybe you can also post, maybe Nganika, maybe a funeral program on the actual day. Okay, this is a funeral program. Chapel, they're leading from the back, man. Systems are working. If it's through the office of the vice president, if it's through the Shanshanuko, the SG, whatever, that's how it's supposed to be. If you have shows, I'm an artist, Trevox star number, every artist in Gafwa, after 3 months, Kukalava, show Yakum in MP. If it's like that, that same funeral committee is the one to organize that show, not you as a president doing everything. It can't be like that. Okay? What you're doing there is, without even showing your face, Kuntanj, and then system baller. You can even put the sports committee there to organize these things. Or not really, you can't really call it a sports committee, you can call it a social, maybe social something activities committee. The one that deals with football, everybody is to organize. The president does not necessarily have to be there. In a committee, now you got the chairperson, treasurer, just like that. If you have even treasurer, the secretary, okay, so we know the secretary knows when is the next game, when is the chairperson is handling that committee, the treasurer is receiving funds. In case of any sponsorship, the treasurer is in charge. Players the handle. They put up a report, give a president or SG, they read, okay, to receive this match, okay, the next games in infinite. Systems muntu andi, utuma committee, ever feel if you have not kubola mdara, momo bali, kopa beauty, mulipantanshi, kuntanshi ya kame.
Artist
kumipata.
Valero de that artist.
Tumutandi. Ite imomo filo step, 10 stay in mudala.
What happened to Edna?
What happened to it? Shishi, what?
I think she's an MC. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to tell you. Oh, they're not going to. They do that better. Remember what you did? Nishi Pachiri Yako Chikois. R.I.P. Chikois. After Muloro send them microphone, you couldn't control him. Why? Because in Gaktuka, wala monekera as a presto. So what if it's Chile and but napali even and go dinner to those guys that their job. Yeah, they know how to handle him and how to handle artists on the stage. You can't handle that because it's not your job. You understand, right? So Edna guy in Jerome, okay, Omuroromba, Chapanga says Chipushemu, okay. Omuroro kila 5 minutes, but he took up the whole stage and performed Malanda. And remember, what he played for 2 minutes and 1 minute. But he stood there for close to 10 minutes. Or he's more than 5 minutes, I can say. You understand? So Tuisha Kamarozi, so I like you as a president, I like you as a human being, I like you just as an artist and everything you do. Actually, that's without that podcast, I'm the biggest fan. I watch that podcast every single episode in the Tamba. I like what you're doing with that.
They should feature you also.
I can't feature on that one. I don't fall in that.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah. That conquer, I follow you. I'm a biggest fan. And for me to even address this and bring up this thing is because I love you, big man. If I hope you are, but ninja, I love you. And then just to prove, just to show that
and then another thing is what I feel is unnecessary. What they were saying, pointing out people who don't attend the Shanshan.
That's also wrong.
That will all start bringing again division. Even I think Big Flop himself posted this, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. Saying, I don't know if it's Dismo or Triple M, saying, oh, this guy has been to every artist. Like, what message are you sending? Like, you're trying to say something to those kids who've never attended kids.
So listen, artists.
These artists.
So what that does, Mudala, if you don't know, it's artists, yes, it's a family. My artist is one family. But just because that's attend, and I know one of them is Slab. The Slab really attends these funerals.
I feel like there is a lot of artists.
Yeah, but one of them, the biggest,
but
it's Slab D.
Because I even saw the comments, Slab D.
And
there's other artists that were commenting.
Slab D mostly, if I'm XYZ, he'll be in front, he'll do. But if and it's not really like because nombanga testere comment testere attend romanshi abo muntu movie you judge him and no. Not everyone can attend, guys. Remember, the music industry consists of over 1,000 people. Imagine 1,000 artists.
For me, it can only be crazy if he's like that even behind the scenes. But if he's doing something behind the scenes, let the dude be.
Let him do what he's supposed to do.
Yeah,
division, Mr. President. So I'm paying up to trade on back home, muchinje. But now must revolve ZAM itself.
Yeah, like
and the other thing is Zamcop. Zamcop, you know. Okay, I would just like to see how our artists get their royalties from Zamcop. You know how Zamcops work, right? Have you been to? I want to say I've been to Hungry Lion. Obviously, I've been to Hungry Lion, but why am Hungry Lion? Now I'm Shoprite. Kila kama
playlist.
Not playlist.
Mitengo. Price.
No, wait. Kila kama certificates.
A president
Shan Pakra Shan para wana Zamcop. So Zamcop it is Zamcop. I'm Shoprite. Oh, not only Shoprite. Oh, Mama Bar and say. Mate. So as long as you play Zambian music, so which means every song that you play, artists
yeah, I don't think that those are the systems that need to be put in place. That's what is supposed to do.
How is your maps?
Even on radio, when their songs play on radio, are these guys getting money?
I don't know.
Those are the systems that need to be put there.
So what I was trying to say is, Hungry Lion,
not versus Shan.
Your maps should know to say, okay, Hungry Lion, Yapa Westgate played my song Fatima 3 times on Tuesday. They played this song 4 times on this day. They played this song singer. So number all those in this month they played my songs maybe 1,000 times.
And you know it's money.
1,000 times.
Money.
And now that 1,000 times, how does it translate into money? You understand? That's the whole purpose of putting Chizam. So how do you calculate those figures? How do you calculate how many times? It's not only one shop, remember? That's one shop. Now it's 1,000 times. There's another Hungry Lion somewhere. There's Shoprite. There's this. All those bars. Those songs have to be counted for. They're free.
Yeah. So that's what Biflo need to work on. Those are the systems that you were talking about.
You need to put in place. Understand?
And we would love to know, like,
because but now this does not directly fall into his office, but they have to collaborate na Zamcops because they complement each other. So Zamcops na Zam, and actually Zam has to summon Zamcop. Say, guys, there's this going on. How are you doing this? The interest, interest, and then if it's so okay. So how can we improve this? How do artists get their money? I don't know if there's a fixed amount which they get, and it's not supposed to be like that. Maybe I have the fixed fee. I gotta send the fee every month or Zari per month as long as I registered to some. I don't know if it's like that, but it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be every play. If it's 0.0 kwacha per play. 0.0 kwacha ngwe or whatever 0.2 ngwe shashanu kongwe tekuna tuma ngo tulanga watwika pamo Shoprite yengi ama shops alisha yengi na watwika pamo lasanga ati muri one day you are making a 5 kwacha from each shop 5 or 3 kwacha but calculate tuma 3 kwacha ma shops yengi and put it in a month because anga artist ale kota nanguni 3 pin per month. It's okay. But imagine 3 pin per month for the whatever and 3 for your maps 3 pin not cheap. Like how many times that guy is played Mashan. So those are things you want to see. If they were in place, we need to see this. How can they do that now? Every whatever shop or store which is associated or which is registered to Zamcops, I know they register them by force. It's like a prerequisite. Yeah. It's mandatory, in short, for them to register. What are forcing? So if they are registered, they have to create accounts connected to one IP, which is supposed to be monitored by Zamcop. money idea and how they can do it. Because state to never to muka state but the idea. We're trying to tell you how you can do it.
But don't you think Zamcop also has to follow that up? Like to Kuriba Zam and let's
that's what
You're right. Because what if the system is there but the Zam is not aware? Even the artists themselves are not aware. So who's chowing the money now?
Because I don't know if it's every month or every 3 months. If it's annually, I don't know. These guys pay for you to attend that certificate.
Who's chowing that money?
Who's getting the money? That money is for the artist.
Is Zam getting the money?
That's what I'm telling you. So Zam
even artists need to question this.
But they don't do that.
Are they doing that?
They don't. Them they are yes, streams are yours because you can control that.
And this
but your music is out there.
This is what they are just learning about streams. The Spotify.
Man, they don't even feel that fast I could be. At injury share for YouTube. Post this I could be.
That's another problem I have with these Zambian artists. You find that some of these Zambian artists artist profile on Spotify. I'm like, why do you have multiple accounts?
Boy, not for him, but Bobby is not not Psycho Black Moses. That song is nowhere to be found. You know Black Moses?
Yeah, I know it.
That song is a jam, man. Yeah. I've been looking for that song. It's not there on YouTube.
And then I saw something. I think Biflo shared this. They said they're working on a website.
To do what?
I don't know. I think it just said the website. And then I was thinking, that Pangi sense if that same site has songs also.
The first I want to understand the same one, but no, me I wouldn't say it Panga sense. My Panga website,
you know how Nankani was. What's this?
The way in Besesan.
Yeah,
I liked Besesani's idea. Besesan was you remember I used to talk about Besesan.
Besesan. The reason why I would love that to happen is because I wanted so that old music, if like they post it there.
Old songs.
There is a lot of old music that's not on these platforms.
Yeah. And me, I like to like people like
people like Jinx,
people like even PJ Fiomwin. Yeah, PJ needs to have like his own profile. We don't have anyone doing
so
that.
So if there was like
and if XYZ claims PJ was their own, they can do that for him.
Yeah, so if we have like a Zambian website or a site where we can access Zambian music only, that's what I was
like thinking. The way the Sun used to do
it. Yeah.
Should it be free or should it be?
It shouldn't be free.
But again, you're maybe for old music, just for the purposes of archiving.
Yeah.
So now, what I'm saying is that that's one thing, yeah. But who's going to fund that website? Is it going to be the music itself funding? Because listen, websites are very expensive to handle, especially a website the one with cloud.
Yeah.
I'm not IT, so websites are two. There are two types of websites. From what I know, with my small IT knowledge that I have, there are two types. There's a website which is like website where you can just go read whatever. But there's another website which needs to have a database. Cloud database, which is storing stuff. If it's music, if it's videos, it is sunga.
Anyway,
so if it's keeping, it's more expensive to run because it has to be paid for. I don't know if it's annually, you have to pay for it, and it's in dollars. So now, if you're paying for that, so if you say music should be for sale so that they get part of the sales and pay for the website to run, that can work. But if it's just for their being there, it means somebody has to be paying for it.
It should be for sale. But another thing, I think it was specific with what type of website they're
working on. Yeah, but the idea to put up makes sense. Like where you need to put the archives of music.
There is nowhere you can access all Zambian.
So when they put it there, but now my question is funding the same thing.
Bro, where can you find Danica?
That's the club.
What's that album?
Champion.
Bro, I love those first albums, but where can I get
Exile? It's there.
I like that. He put it on Nang. It's there now. Yeah, it's on Spotify.
And people are not like I don't know. Maybe my guys was a bad era in the.
And then the other thing, most of these old artists, I think they don't own the music. That's another reason why.
Yeah. But in nyimbo like Black Moses, I'm sure he owns it.
Yeah,
but again, it was by K-Dash Music, but I don't know if...
But these others, they're just not serious.
They're just not serious. Yeah. They just don't, maybe they're not proud of the old... But, and that's the thing, artists... And that's the thing about artists. Detach yourself from the art.
We like the song. Put it out there. No,
yeah,
the mixing was not good. If you have to
what's the next one there?
Let's wrap it up with an uncle.
No, but I think we've done everything.
Let's wrap it up with did you hear about the teachers being arrested over?
Yeah, I heard about that kid was insulting, which was people. But those insults were weak though. That's why maybe the teachers were insulted. They are arrested. Because like, Rosie, how do you something? I was like,
they are weak. The point is the boy was being disrespected.
Okay, yeah, he was being disrespected.
But the Nankan.
So what was really the case, and why was he arrested?
So the boy. The video, that's another thing that I don't like. That's another thing that I don't like. Where the video starts from.
It starts from the office, right?
Yeah, when the boy is insulting.
So there's more. There is
more, like it didn't start from there. You see the head teacher there, writing a
report.
What's this?
Statements.
Fish for the paper. Expelled.
Expulsion later.
Yeah. So that's where it starts from. And the boy is insulting. Hey, Shan.
So it's different. So what was the guy? Try to put me like.
I could hear some of the things.
Don't insult, but just say what.
Yeah, the boy was like, "There's no way all four of you can gun up on the pew.
The boy is the one who was saying.
He was saying that on a boy, Shan. And then he points at the guy who was recording. He goes like, "I knew you are lucky. I almost
hit you.
If that nan can nakola dead to you go chmenako. Shan. Anyway, ndakumona mood Shan. And then he goes on to say, even if you expel me, I'll go to another school and then I'll learn Shan. And then there were insults.
Yeah,
even Chika LA was there. Chika LA.
So what I heard was, even the people, even what he was telling me was, no, I didn't come at teachers, so I didn't really get the backstory. So if they ganged up against him and they started beating him, Shanshanoko, that's also wrong. That's wrong but again, like you said, where the video starts from, it gives a different picture. Because
we don't
know what's happening.
The rest is just speculations.
Yeah. So if they really beat him up, and if they are arrested, it means the police have done the groundworks. Now it's a dig for what they're supposed to dig. They've asked the witnesses, because they asked what happened, and the pupils will say, okay, and then the child will obviously be expelled to teach those people a lesson, and then he'll go somewhere else. But not him continuing to work to learn there. I hope that's what happened. Because that's what I would do. To teach him a lesson, because also for him insulting, that's not justifiable. That's wrong. Those are elderly people. Abantu kuma umwana ku school. Ama guys are before. Bakuru ba. Amate. That's battery. Yeah. Amate, that's battery. Why should it? And then Mapadia, Mamusenda, Mamtana Kuba headmaster, Mamule Meshama. Do you know what you're doing to that child's brain? Mental health. Mental health there. Because that guy is going to be traumatized. Even whichever school he's going to go to, he's not going to concentrate. Because he's saying, okay, everybody watched me and stuff. Even if that boy is not notorious, and then two, wherever that boy is going to go, people are going to be pointing fingers at him. Tell somebody when he's a teenager, and that's why I'm sure they were arrested, including the person who was recording. Why was he recording? For what? For what?
So there's also that, because people were asking questions like, why arrest the teachers? That's what they were.
People question anything.
And then now we've seen teachers, like some are teachers, some are just content creators, making fun of situations.
Yeah.
They are like, oh, yeah, this was a video. sir, here is the list of noisemakers. Oh, and take it to the police station.
Ever teacher.
Yeah. So meaning they will no longer discipline this.
Men's conference.
Yeah.
Men's conference already. That was that in 20 hours.
Yeah, we're even almost done. This is the last night.
We're almost done. But anyway.
So they are saying they will no longer discipline these kids because
what?
Because they feel they are being taught on how to deal with this.
So now me even if I don't know what they mean, but a pupil should not control you. You should control the pupil.
Sure.
They're the one who's in charge.
Yeah.
So no manjo arekira kaskuru akontrole. Kaskuru first time once the master so. And then ngale pange chongo kaskuru. Mabule mutale kuri ba senior teacher bam dealing na ko ba muri mbere ngani CP ale not you mumana muira ngati na mko. And they've gone through this even at university. You remember how lecturers tried to
like during our time what am I to arepuma
that's what the teacher join me and teacher
wait there is a slap that I still remember. I go like there was no reason for that slap.
But come in pot
hey
but duster
when I was slapped I saw stars. It didn't even cross my mind that I go tell my parents or I fight back. I don't know. We just grew. Like okay, I'll not do this next time. So that's the difference. These are two different eras.
So I'm telling you that now schools have changed now. Like teachers are. So now where is the problem? Is it the teachers that are becoming weaker, or is the system which is defending the pupils more?
Okay, with the teachers, they are not. They are not allowed to beat the Nankani. It's known. So you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to do that. The rest you can do. Discipline the Nankani. Like you said, a pupil can control a teacher. Come on now.
It's the teacher to control the pupil.
So
you're failing to control them. You're failing in your duties. So what I was the people. But anyway, I think yeah. What else? Do you have anything else?
No man, I'm done.
You're done.
Yeah.
Or otherwise, Japan says, so punishing. I know if again Japan next.
We need to work on that. You know, these days yeah, the super guys. I try guys to be consistent. I try. It's because of these guys. Even me, I'm to blame.
I'm a guest. What's her name? I don't know.
I know you're talking about Jello.
You don't know that.
I know you're talking about.
And you know
I don't know if it's Jello or Elizabeth.
But listen, too. One thing about you and your podcast, you don't introduce your guest.
I do. We do.
My guy, you assume we know.
Maybe sometimes you just forget.
One of them guys who are serious. You're foreign a day in a jacket. Just speaking English.
That's the episode that dropped today.
You dropped that.
That's the next episode. I mean.
This is coming
before
up,
this one drops. I do you for another time.
That guy is serious, man. That guy, I was serious with you. I still want to meet Rum guy Zuabu. What's his name?
He's around. It's very possible to meet that guy.
Guy is Zuabu. That guy is a.
That's Crookson.
I don't know. Crookson. It should be Crookson. Bro, I'll be in the comment section and correcting this nigga. Nigga, you are lying here. And you just go on with a lie like
yeah man, that's
same as Dibek na ko akata narrative yake omuntu atonto kanya fa ndali believe na private fini that guy Dibek, you need therapy my guy. You need therapy. And I need one episode with Bino.
Oh yeah.
I like how we argue with Bino. There
is another guy that I would want you to be with. Web.
I want to be first way. I want to be with Crookson. That Crook. I want to be with Bino. I feel like Web be the person I'm going to think in. But I don't feel we've got anything to talk about. But anyway, if for your sake,
I know.
We need to be.
It would work out.
we need to be. I need to see this. I need to meet these people.
Yeah, you
Makamaka
definitely
Crookson.
at Crookson. Yeah, who organize
This guy took a time. Hello, Crookson. If I got there's something happening,
Hey.
like right now, there's a trend or whatever is happening, and then like we come up and say, okay, say what you think about this, because that guy be capping, man. I hope on that day we'll be on different sides. I hope we won't side do the same thing because it will be boring.
Okay, we out.
But I'm not saying you always lie. There are things that I agree with you, but there's a lot of things that I don't agree with you.
We out.
Bye bye.